This week is about life in the boatyard. It's not the most glamorous part of cruising life. Everything gets filthy, the boat gets completely messed up, but it's a necessary part of what we do, and we've got a big list of things to do. First is the rudder, and the big job that was going to take a while we're here is painting the top side. Can we get that done in a dusty boatyard? Well, we're doing the prep at the moment.
Hello and welcome to the boatyard in Portimao, and work has started, by Steve at least.
Yes, I got here a little bit earlier and with lovely weather, got quite a lot done, which is nice, and had the family out in nice weather as well. Now it's taken a bit of a turn for the worst.
Yeah, not so much. I hope you like the film.
So I'm back from the UK. Judy arrives in a few days' time. We get as much done as possible, and there's a lot to do. Got to get the top sides degreased before you rub them down. But before I do that, I wanted to clean the stainless steel because Vasil, who runs this place, said use this stuff. It's a gel. Sadira, S-A-D-I-R-A, it's called, and it is amazing. It's a gel, you just rub it on. That's what I've been doing this morning. Wash it off 5 minutes later, and the rust goes completely. I mean, I will polish it after that, but it means, you know, it actually gets the rust off, and you can just get polishing a lot quicker because I think the polish will protect it. But now that's done, I can, once I've got a gantry, start sanding that, and obviously all the undersides as well. There's quite a lot of bits like this that have flaked, which is annoying even more on this side. I'll show you. Really, it could do with a bit of a sandblast to get it all off, but I haven't got time to do that here, so I'm just going to scrape it and get some faulty grit on it and take that all back as best I can for the time being. That'll be okay. But the main job that happened while I was away was the rudder, which is a real beast. Look at that. Absolutely huge, and the surprising thing was these are the big bronze hinges, so that's the center one that goes in there, and then on the bottom there's this shoe, which is a massively heavy piece of bronze held on with big bronze rivets, just rods that go all the way through the structure of the boat here. Immensely strong. So yeah, that's all good. It's in good condition, so just need to clean that up and put that back. But I do need to do something with this. I'm going to take it out a little bit wider and have a bush in there of some sort. Same with this. The hole, it is very heavy. It's on reasonably well, but there's a little bit of play in it, so I think it'd be better if we take that out and have Darwin insert or Teflon or something in there, and there's a place in Machine Shop that can do that, so they're going to come and have a look next week at that, and hopefully we can get that done. And the same with the hinge on the middle there. I'm going to pull the prop as well, take the prop shaft out so I can do the cutlass bearing. There's a little bit of movement in it, not much, but obviously while I'm doing it I may as well do that as well while the rudder's off. So yeah, jobs are mounting up. There is some scale that's formed on the rudder shaft, but some gentle pushing with a blunt chisel chips it off quite effectively without scratching the stainless too much. Then one of the plastic scrubbers and a 3Ms pad. These purple ones are equivalent to 320 grit. Obviously you don't want to be scratching the surface of the stainless and damaging the passive chromium layer it has. The shaft does have some scratches and gouges, however, and although you can't really burnish them out with stainless, I just want it clean, and a final rigorous polish should help the chromium oxide layer repair itself, especially while it's out of the water, getting lots of oxygen. Okay, it's day 2 of working on the boat. Didn't film anything yesterday, mainly because it's extremely tedious what I'm doing. The top sides at the moment, no, you can't actually see much because it's a little bit silhouetted, but that's not a bad thing because it doesn't really show too much for a whole day's work. What I did was go through it, clean it by hand, do all those lines, all those routed lines in there, which are quite difficult. You've got to do all them by hand. So that was done with 320 paper, and then gave it a whole wash with some degreaser, which you need to do before you paint. Dug out a few of the little nicks. There's a few little bits in here, little scratches, so I need to gel coat those. But yes, it's a lot. It takes a whole day, but I will go up the ladder and show you the process from this side. So this is certainly something that keeps you fit, climbing up and down here many times a day. Most of those times, has to be said, is because things in the afternoon blow off here when the wind gets going. So the most important piece of gear I've got is this, bits of rock to hold things down to stop them blowing away. I mean, honestly, I was just chasing things around in the beginning far too much. But yeah, this is what we're facing, and these are the grooves that we have to deal with. There's still some bits of crap and stuff around, so I give things a bit of a scrub to begin with, give it a bit of a good clean. Obviously you have to take the decals off. It's a bit of a shame it's only been on there 2 years. And then give it another wash down, a bit of a go with a de-waxer. You do need to de-wax before you paint, so I've got some Total Boat de-waxer, so that's just a good wipe over it. And then what I've been doing is going over it by hand. It's just the time-consuming bit. I've got a stirring stick, which is sort of about the right size for these bits, a bit of 220 grit, and just going along the lines of each of these. It stays in there fairly well. You just need to make sure that you've got right in there on each one. So a bit time-consuming and lots of washing down. So starting early, sun is just coming up. Got a long day's sanding, a couple of days sanding probably ahead. Not much to show from yesterday. It's looking pretty much the same. Quite like the way the name now stands out. You've taken the decal off. It's quite amazing that the protection it gives really to the gel coat. It's been on there 2 years, and the stuff underneath is perfect. So it does show that if you are wrapping the boat and doing that sort of stuff, then doubly good really, because it's protecting what's under there. If you're doing that when it's already in good condition, you've got the the thing that you can pull all the wrapping off and have perfect gel coat underneath at some stage. But I can't do that. A lot of people have sort of asked about the wrapping, but look how deep those grooves are all the way around. I mean, some people have said that wrapping would work, it would go in. I'm just really dubious about that, whether it would. I mean, you might be able to get it in there when you heat it and put it in the first place, get it to stick in the grooves, but I'm sure it'd pull out and you'd have sort of flat shut sections, so I'm not going to risk it. So painting it is, which means lots of sanding. So one little tip, do put the lead around the top of the gantry, then that way if you drop it, it should catch it and not hit the concrete. I mean, it might pull the lead out, but I should be able to repair that if that happens. So yeah, going to get on with it. Sadly, I didn't manage to fill the little dinks that I wanted to last night with the gel coat, because my gel coat looked like that, very solid. So I'll get a new tin when the shop opens. It's Sunday morning, so not open at the moment. A good random orbital sander here with 150 grit paper. So you can see the boot strap on the Ferrari is moulded in, and it was just gel coat when we got it, just coloured gel coat. We have painted it since. It makes it a little bit easier to clean. But yeah, it could do with being just a tiny bit higher really, but I'm not gonna do that, because it's it's part of the boat. It's where it is, and the water line is sort of near the top of it, but you get a lot of the waves sort of splash up and the scum line sort of comes up here a bit. It's got to do a better job of cleaning it as we go along. But yeah, let's clean it all off with 80 grit because it's a bit flaky. So This gets some 80 followed by some 150. And there we are, we're done. It's looking okay, uniformly matte, which is sort of what you're after. It's quite a satisfying job to do really, but not an easy one, not an easy job at all. So yeah, don't be fooled if you're going to be doing something like this. I mean, obviously for us blokes, you're in your 60s like me and you still think you're in your 20s, as we all do. You tend to keep going. I shouldn't have really done a 10-hour stretch doing that. I don't think I'm going to suffer tomorrow. I mean, last week in the UK I did the park run and stupidly tried to do that the way I used to and suffered for it. So we used to do it every week. The park run's really good. It's all over the UK now. It's probably other countries as well. But I used to try and beat 20 minutes. I never did. It was always 21, 22. But that was when I was in my 50s, when we had the boat in Eastbourne. And now in my 60s, you try and do the same thing, yeah, your legs don't quite get there. And actually, it was quite embarrassing. The last half a kilometre, I thought, okay, I'll sprint this bit. Went up, overtook about half a dozen people, and then before I got to the end, my calf said, no, you can't be doing this, and slow right down and let them get back past me again before the end. So yeah, struggle to get 30 minutes. And yeah, this thing, which you think at the beginning feels really, really light, by the end ends up feeling like you're holding a breeze block out in front of you. So yeah, you've got to pace yourself really, I think. So I will have a break now for a day or so and do another job before I go back over it with the finer grit. I've got to fill the holes as well, so maybe that'll be the job for tomorrow when the shop's open and I can get some filler, some gel coat. I'll do that job and a few others. But yeah, I'm going to spray it down now, see how it looks when it's wet. So it's time to fill the scratches in the top side. So I've just been to the shop here because my gel coat was solid. I'm not too disappointed about that because it's a bugger to thicken to the right consistency to do scratches in the top sides anyway, really. And Vasil, who is going to do the painting, is brilliant at this sort of stuff. I'm giving good advice to get this stuff. It's a two-part epoxy filler. You know, he's what he normally uses, and it doesn't go off too fast either. I mean, you can't sand it the same day, but that's fine. I just go around the whole thing today, fill them all, and sand them back tomorrow. So let's mix them up. It's equal proportions, which is always nice. I find a plastic card best for application. The rudder, similar to the rest of the boat, is getting to the stage where everything needs to come off. That's maybe for next time. This time I've already attacked anything remotely loose, and the rest that's firmly stuck just needs the edges chamfering off. It's reasonably flat. Hey, we're a cruising boat, not a racer. So we've got a little bit of cloud cover today, which is quite nice, a little bit cooler. I'm going to go around and sand back all the bits that I filled yesterday, see if there's any other bits. I did get Vasil to have a look at it as well yesterday, and he said actually we were fine with the 150, don't need to go through it with 220, but there are some bits that are still shiny. Can't really see it so well in this light. In the evening light you can see it better, but it's a little bit there. A lot of the bits actually where the ridges are still a little bit shiny to him. I mean, you've just got to get a good matte all the way through. It's got to be you know, completely matte, perfect surface, so you know, all the paint properly sticks. So there's a lot of little bits to do by hand that I still need to do around the little details and stuff. So I'll go up and do that now. Sorts of bits in here that you can see that I've got to get around properly by hand, and as you can see, you tend to get little lines if you're doing it with something that's coarse. So I tend to do that when I'm doing it by hand around those bits with a finer grade. I've got some 220, so I'll use that for that, because you know, even with the lines here, if you're using a coarse one, you get sort of little lines through. I need to get rid of all that so it's all completely matte, because they could show through in a couple of coats of paint. So yeah, the good thing about doing things by hand is I can listen to podcasts. I was listening to the Infinite Monkey Cage for the most of yesterday, but I think Andy has finally pulled his finger out. Andy H on the Ocean Cruisers, and done another thing on there. He's good because he rambles on for ages, so I can listen to one of his lovely podcasts while I do this. But I can't listen to him on those, which is a bit of a shame. My aftershocks, after 5 years, I think I've had these. We did a review of these 5 years ago when I first got them, and they are great, but they've finally died. The thing that goes is the little button in there on mine, but I think Judy's been through 2 or 3 pairs of the Apple ones in that time, so you know, they've lasted really well. But people do send me stuff. These Tozo, I'll put the details in the description, are waterproof ones. Why you really want waterproof ones? I don't know. I mean, you're not going to go swimming in them, but I mean, I suppose if they're lying around and they get wet, they're not going to get damaged. Maybe that's what's damaged some of the others. So I'll do a report on these once we've had them for a while as well, see how they do.
This week on the Ocean Cruisers podcast, we're having a chat with...
So podcast on and head down for some therapeutic sanding. It's a long job, but once you've got in the zone, it's not too bad. The filling is hard and can be taken back with the sander. One of the nice things about this yard is it's in a river estuary, great for exploring. And as Judy's back, along with our daughter Emily and family, we have the perfect excuse to stop sanding and play with the grandchildren.
Well done, Isaac. Okay, Jonah. Think we can catch Mummy and Daddy?
Yeah! How fast are we gonna go, Grandpa?
Well, the petrol engine was too heavy to carry over, but we've gone twin electric, enough to win the race. They're getting locked.
Yeah,
Hold on tight.
I'm holding on to the rope.
Hold on to the rope, that's a good idea.
Put it out.
Daddy!
Portugal has the best beaches and perfect sand for sand castles. Just got to wait for the tide to come up and destroy it. Now, one of the good things about being in one place for a period of time is that you can get things delivered, and we've got a few things that have been delivered to the yard here after a couple of years sailing around the Caribbean. We haven't got much chance of getting things in, and there's a few things that we needed. One of which is this, more solar panels, especially as we're going to be out for the winter, going to need as much power as possible, and we've had some problems with the ones we've had. If you've been following along, we've been testing them, and we've been torture testing them, and we've really been putting them through their paces by having them out on deck in all weathers while we're sailing, because we usually have it on top of the dinghy, things like that, and some have done better than others. The all powers panel was the worst offender. It's the connections between the panels that go first. I tried to patch this one up, but it really didn't last very long after the bare copper braiding corroded through. Even the EcoFlow panel, which looked much better made, eventually succumbed to the same thing. Now, EcoFlow are great. I love their solar generators. We've got a couple of those, the Delta and the Max, and we've got the generator as well. They all work really, really well. I think they're the best of the bunch for those. But for the panels, I mean, we've got this one, which is really great for efficiency. It's a bifacial panel, but as you can see, it's cracked. We've had 2 of these, and we were more careful with this one, but still managed to crack it. They're just a little bit too fragile really to have on a boat. It's glass, this stuff, and yeah, it's not good. It still works, that one, not to full efficiency, but it's still working. It's not going to work forever because they do just start moving around and breaking the connections inside. So really I've decided, okay, well let's go with the people that do solar panels the best, and people have said Renergy are the best for that, so that's what we've had delivered. And this one I've got really high hopes of because one, I mean, it's a 300 watt, so it's the right size because it's got lots of power, but it folds up. I'll show you in a minute. It folds up pretty small, still quite light, probably lighter than the 400 watt one that we had from EcoFlow, which was difficult to move around. And that one suffered because of the bits at the back. You can see with this one, it's actually wires. There's none of that cabling. It's just wires that go through. So yeah, that should last, I hope. So there you go. It's pretty light, easy to carry around. Quite a small form factor, just a little bit fat, but should be able to find somewhere to store that. But the good thing is these are the connectors, proper bits of wire, not just bits of braiding which are going to rust. And that's a 300 watt panel, very efficient because it is, you know, it's fairly solid. It's not the flexible ones. These are always better. And the other thing I've got from Renergy is this one here. They call it the blanket. So let's open this one up and have a look. I mean, obviously the beauty of this is that it is so small and so light you can put it anywhere. And 200 watts, you know, pretty useful size. You've got a little compartment at the front here, so the leads come out of there. You've got a little carry strap as well if you wanted to carry it around. We don't need that. But yeah, let's open it out, see what this is made of. And basically, it just comes out in all directions to be like that. So you can hang it up, basically, very light. You can put it where you want it, hang it from the side. Quite versatile, I think. So, but the key to this is how they are connected together. Can't feel anything in there. Don't know how it's done. I don't know how well this is going to react to getting salt water on it and getting through and rusting the bits. I mean, it feels like there's a wire there. It doesn't feel like braiding. So I've got, again, high hopes of this one. I think we'll be a bit more careful with this one because it's so easy to take in and out. I can just do that when I want it, hang it up, won't leave it out while we're sailing, and see how well it lasts. But yeah, I think we've got a good set now. Renergy, I think it's definitely the way to go for the solar panels. So I'll do a proper test and see how much power we're getting out of these and how well they go later on.
The solar's working really well, actually. We now have full batteries until today.
Yes, this does scupper the solar somewhat, although it's still bringing in something, but it's completely scuppered the painting. Obviously you can't do that in the rain. We do have to build the sort of gantry around, put some skirts on before that happens as well, so maybe some of that can get started. But in the meantime, got other jobs to do. I'm looking at those big bronze hinges and the shoe. I'm going to actually put bronze in them, I think. Take them to the machine shop and get them taken out and the bronze insert put in, on the grounds that they've lasted 25 years with bronze anyway, and that's probably safer than going for you know, some sort of Delrin or whatever in there, I think. And
inside we've now got all latches on our windows. So it should be all right with the rain anyway.
Yeah, it's when they get those big waves we were getting some stuff through, so that I've still got a few more seals to do, so inside jobs to do like that we'll do, and all the interior as well.
And yeah, we have now got a quote for the interior, and the good news is it will look lovely.
Yeah, it's a bit eye-watering, the quote, but yeah, 25 years, it's got to be done.
It has. So thank you very much to our patrons, thank you to our subscribers, and thank you for watching, and work will continue next week.
Yes, thanks for watching.